Live. There we go.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Frankie here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen with my brother Miguel here at Clubbers Lounge, Bakersfield, California. You guys, it is a beautiful, cool day here in Bakersfield, and not like this past week where it was semi cool to begin with. Then it got warm, and then it got hot again towards the end of the week. No, no, no. This week is going to be in the 70s. We started in the 60s yesterday, the high 60s, and going to finish out in the high 70s this week, but it's still going to be in the 70s. That's absolutely beautiful weather for this time of year. I don't see it going above 78 in the next few days, so that's a blessing right there, you guys. It's starting to feel really nice, really crisp and clean in the mornings, and I absolutely love this time of year.
100%. Yeah, this is the weather I can finally wear pants again and be comfortable. I can do things outside again,
Hmm.
unlike the entire summer where, I don't know, from 8 a.m. till 2 a.m., you don't want to be outside at all.
Right.
But that wonderful, 2:30 to 4:30, 5:30 in the morning during the summer. So this is where it's at. But right now, any time of the day.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
time of day.
So hope you guys are enjoying some fantastic weather as well. We've got Halloween a week from today. I still don't have a costume. I still have no idea what I want to dress up as. There's always the go to, the killer clown, which I've done several years in a row, which is just an easy costume to do, and I like it.
I was gonna go as one of the dragons from Game of Thrones, but those costumes are very expensive. They're very
Hmm.
big.
Hmm.
Requires a few people to be in them. Except for this latest costume, because you just cut one in half and you're good to go.
Right.
So that would be a wonderful addition to any Halloween, really. Let's see. Below freezing today. Oh, Scott. Okay, that's a little cold. A little bit colder than I would like. But come to California. Come hang out with us over here in the less cold.
Yeah.
Not that it's not cold a little bit. We get cold year round. It's a little bit cold, but never that cold. I mean, you're talking what Mammoth, Big Bear,
Hmm.
a couple other mountains areas. Other than that,
Yeah, but what other? I
you're good to
mean,
go.
what other state can you go from skiing in the mountains to comfortable beach weather all in the same day?
If you talk to Texans, it's you just stay in the exact same spot. Apparently, it changes that much. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never experienced it. I know Texas weather changes real crazy. I don't know if it's that crazy. But speaking of crazy things,
they have humidity, and that is dumb. You guys should vote that out. Uh, we have elections coming up in November, and if you guys can, I would vote out the humidity.
you, what?
Yep, that is my platform, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm gonna let you think on that real quick. Adam, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, guys. Today, hopefully we have JJ on in a little bit. I think you got my message, but either way, we have plenty for you because right now I'm very excited to talk about Luxury Cigar Club.
Before we do that,
What's up?
uh, do not forget, you guys, to get in your pictures and your birthdays for October. Wednesday we'll be picking our pictures, and Friday is the giveaway. So you don't want to miss out on that. If you have a birthday in October, go to the Bakersfield Gentleman page, put your birthday in there. If you guys want to go to the Best Ash contest, join our group, Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Women. Find this month's picture of Ashley. It should be pinned to the top. And then put your best ash in there. You can put as many pictures as you like. It doesn't have to be the longest ash, you guys. This has to be the best picture you think. Make it creative, make it artsy, make it sexy, make it fun. Whatever you guys want to do to make it the best ash picture you can will get you into the finals for Friday. So don't forget, you guys still have a couple of days to do that. And you have right up until the beginning of the show to get your birthday in for October. So you don't want to miss that. Of course, your Patreon guys and your Facebook supporters, you guys are already in your own separate wheels for a chance to win some stuff. If you guys want to join the show and answer some questions, you can win some stuff there. And of course, I'm going to be doing the pre-show on Instagram for a chance for somebody to win something. Matter of fact, we should have pulled it up. I got to ask him for permission first. But Brett, who won last month's 5-year anniversary Instagram question, actually won the Big Poppy Bat cigar, and he actually smoked it on the beach in New York.
Yeah, right away.
So
That was awesome.
I thought he was gonna save it. He's on. Nope, I'm gonna smoke this thing right now. So he sent us a couple videos of him smoking it. I'd like to share it with you guys, but got to make sure that he's okay with that first.
Real quick, Archie, how you doing? Eduardo, no worries, brother. You have a good one. Don't forget those work calls. Very important. I totally agree with that. Cigar Tech, checking. I think that's Steve over there. How's it going, brother?
Yep.
What do you call it? If you want to put the link in the description, let people know what that's all about.
Heck
Give
yeah.
them a little rundown, a little taste. And I'm gonna hit this share button. I totally forgot to do that.
Okay, so
There we
as you
go.
do that, you guys, this is the third box we're gonna be looking at this month. This past month, we took a look at Brian's box from Pravada, which is ones that he created himself. We got two Stogie Bird boxes in this month, and again, by far, that was my favorite packaging. I think, yeah, you guys can still see a Stogie Bird, one of them, anyways, right there. I think the packaging is phenomenal. In a close second, though, we have this one right here, just Luxury Cigar Club. They did spend some nice money to make this really nice box. Uh, and I like their logo as well. So you open the box, and you're gonna get a bag with the Bovita pack inside. Cigars come in this. I took them out already because I did already open this bag. I want to see what's inside.
Could not wait.
Could not wait. You are going to get their sticker that comes in every bag, and this is the Palladium, guys. So just heads up. You get the giveaway card for the giveaways that they do. You scan it and follow the prompts, and then you get this nice card right here that tells you what comes in the box. Tells you where they came from, what they are, what the MSRP is, and that kind of stuff. So this month's Palladium came with three cigars. Three cigars. Um, and the one of the cigars in here, you either got the number 5 or the number 6. I think we got the number 6, to be honest with you guys, but I'll have to double check that. The first one is what I'm going to be smoking today, which is Lusano uh, Maria Lucia PCA exclusive. It comes with a U.S. wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Peruvian fillers. It's a 5 1/4 by 54 box press, formerly from Ace Prime, now from Lusano Cigars.
Nice, very nice.
Miguel Cigar is the Puro Creta Absolute Toro. I like their logo. It's like the top hat with the monocle and the mustache. It's an all Dominican, 6 by 54. Yep,
I like
there
that
it is
too.
right there.
It's all the accents of the Monopoly Man, minus the actual Monopoly Man. That is really cool. It's simple, but it says a lot right there. And then it has a very nice black and gold footband, and it shows that it's a Dominican Puro right there on there. So I like that. Obviously, if it's a much more what's what I'm looking for, complex, like different country origin cigar, it'd be very difficult to put that all on the footband. But if they could somehow work out maybe behind the band, like some cigars have writing behind the band, the blend, I think that would be a really good what's what I'm looking for? I guess information, a really good
Oh,
little
Jesus Christ.
extra. What's up?
So Scott wants to know what kind of cigar does a ghost smoke? A
Robusto.
Robusto.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Next year,
Jeff, how you doing?
we are canceling one of the questions, and the best pun in the comments is gonna win a prize. That's gonna be one of them. So it'll go down like one question, and it'll just be best pun in the comments is gonna win. And that right there, that's gold. That is pun gold. That's pulled.
Anyways, so the last cigar, both of these cigars come in at right around $12.50 MSRP, and of course they use their price out in Arizona. So you're in California, it'll be what is that? $18, 17, $18.
It honestly depends on the store too a little
Yeah,
bit. This is a little insight for you guys. Not all of them are gonna make you pay that whole. Will eat some of the cost with you.
right.
Just remember,
But you're looking somewhere in that 17, $18 range here in California.
probably that $5
This
more.
cigar right here in California is probably would cost you $60 to $70. They
Easily.
have it as MSRP as $49.99, $50, and it is the Alfonso Producción Limitada, number 5 or number 6. That's this huge cigar right here. It uses Ecuadorian wrapper and binder with Peruvian and Nicaraguan fillers. It is absolutely buttery soft. Uh, the footband did have a little tweak to it, but I'm not gonna fault them for that. It's not gonna affect the smoke. But this thing is super silky and soft. It is absolutely fantastic looking. Um, I will tell you guys the truth. I am not particularly fond of this size. I don't really care for it, but
Smoke it.
I have a feeling it's going to be a very good cigar.
I'll smoke it for you. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about that at all.
So I'll let you guys know once I do, in fact, smoke it.
Yeah, see right there, Jeff. That's a game day football cigar right there. That takes care of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. There was another comment. I think Adam put it on there. We're talking about Pravada Brian. He's a cool guy. You learn a lot from watching the videos on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some really good interviews on there. Um, never stop learning kind of situation, guys. There's always something in there that's either fascinating, interesting, or downright just important sometimes. Um, that thing that always comes back, and I just saw it again. I think Developing Palates was talking about somebody. It's never plume. It's always mold. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it. Call it whatever you want. If you find smoking it, go ahead and smoke it. There's certain ones obviously I would not recommend. Like
Mm-hmm.
if there's mold inside the cigar, that's definitely not plume.
Right.
Um, but there's always
If
little
it's on the
facts.
outside, you're safe.
You're fine.
Once it gets in the inner leaves, don't smoke it. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I 100%
Um,
agree with that. I want to light this guy up.
I was gonna say real quick on the Maria Lucia. I really like this blue and white with barely a little bit of silver trim to it. I think that is a very nice looking band, in my opinion. I did take some pictures of these. That's why they are outside of the cello. They all did come inside of the cello, but I wanted to take some pictures before we smoke these cigars. And I just think this is a really nice looking band. I really like it. It's got a lady's face with flowers in her hair. There's Maria Lucia handmade with the flowers going around the band, and the top and the bottom are framed in silver. It looks very, very nice. I think it looks very classy, and I am a big fan of this band right here.
Oh, that's nice right off the bat. Very easily. I love that. That is some good stuff right there. Who is this? Okay. So if anyone needs private photos, apparently there's some spam on the YouTube page. Which brings up a good point, guys. Let me block that real quick. If you guys okay, no, it's gonna block itself. Okay, cool. If you guys are not really Facebook fans, you'd rather be on a different platform, we are on YouTube. It's just a little bit of delay. Keep that in mind again for the questions and anything that's timed. Basically, you're
Mhm.
going to be about 3 to 5 seconds behind the Facebook crowd. So just a heads up, guys. I've never had a mold problem since years ago. I started using Bovita packs and recharge them with distilled water. Yeah, Bovita packs, or even the water pillows for that matter. I never really see that problem.
Mhm.
You're looking at more of the what is it called? The green floral film?
Floral foam.
Floral foam, sorry, floral foam, which is also used by hobbyists when they're trying to create like um, lightweight molds
Mhm.
and not molds plural like a shape and like decorative pieces
Mhm.
where you just stick it in and it's gonna stay there
Whoa, whoa.
and it's usually pretty well made. The thing is, I don't understand how that stuff even is supposed to not cause mold. It's
Mhm.
just sitting stagnant water.
Right, it's just a sponge. Yeah.
It sounds like a
Yeah, but then
very bad
again, you
idea.
get that sometimes with beads and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
in my opinion, and I think Miguel, you'd agree with me, the two-way humidification of the Bovita pack is by far the best on the market. It's not going to let it too humidified. It's not going to let it too under humidified as long as you keep track of how they're doing. And again, though, once you recharge them, they lose the two-way humidification. I don't know what happens inside the bag, but that's what we got from Bovita is that they're no longer two-way humidification. They're only going to be able to put out humidity; they won't be able to take it back in. So beware of that if you're recharging them. That's why I just like to buy new ones. A little inconvenient. It's a little extra money, but I like to be on the safe side rather than have to worry about mold. So um, find the humidity that works best for where you live. Jeff, you're probably what at a 72, 75 maybe. Let me know in the comments. Um, and then stick with it. Just keep it constant. Make sure the temperature's constant, and you should be fine.
Unless you are super rich and you can lay that tile down like in that one humidor where they just throw a bucket of water on the floor on a daily basis, and the tile is porous enough where it absorbs, but also lets out the humidity
Hmm.
into this closet or room size humidor. I can't remember. I gotta find that video.
Hmm.
It was so fascinating. It's just a porous type of tile. I think it was like a granite rock sort of thing,
Hmm.
and they literally just poured distilled water on the floor, and that's the way they take care of it. And the entire room stays humidified because it just raises up. I think it's also safe to say it's in somewhere that's maybe a little more um, on the warm side.
Hmm.
so it has a chance to actually create that humidity coming off the ground. But in an area where you don't want a whole bunch of sunlight hitting your cigars all the time. It's the same with, for instance, liquor or wine or anything like that. Sunlight just does not do anything favors unless it's still growing. Um, you shouldn't leave pretty much paint, furniture, paintings, artwork, anything in the sun does not do well if it's not literally growing and needing the sun at that
Yeah.
time. Which is it's fascinating to think the one thing that creates life for this planet, like we have to have it exactly where it's at, or else we wouldn't be here,
Hmm.
is also going to destroy anything with enough time.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
I will say that starting right off the bat, this Maria Lucia is right up my alley when it comes to flavor profile. It's spicy. It's got a slight sweet coffee note to it. Some good aged tobacco notes in it. Wood notes in it. The only thing it's missing to make it perfect, in my opinion, to me, is that little bit of cocoa you get. It's very reminiscent to me, almost of a Cervi Milano.
Hmm. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Not bad. And yeah, you are right though. I will say that band is very nice. Again, one of those things where it's not overly complicated, but it's also quite detailed.
Hmm.
Versus this guy who is not heavy on the detail, but heavy on the uniqueness, and I really do appreciate that. Again, it's just a little. Uh, lean it that way a little bit. It's a little Monopoly Man.
But
The Monopoly Man without the board. You will pass go and you will collect $200 to smoke the cigar. Almost guarantee it. If you're in California, I don't know if it's California exclusive actually. But if you're playing the lotto, good luck because I believe it's now over 600 million again. It's like 650 million.
I think that's the multi-state one.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Probably makes more
The
sense
California Lotto is always a lot smaller.
as it should be though. Like
Yeah.
if you're having, I don't, no matter what, like you have three states combined compared to one state. Obviously, not counting like say North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska versus California because it's
Right.
population density.
Right.
More states, more money. That makes sense. But whoever wins, um, I got some cigars I want to sell you. So let us know. We want to take care of your luxury needs. Speaking of which, we got some really good news about California Dreamin' Volume 2. We will see on Wednesday that they will be shipped to us since Customs is finally, doing their job. Took the weekend off as they tend to do. But we are very excited to get those here. So it looks like Monday, a week from today, should be the latest. So if you want to get a hold of yours, get a hold of us ASAP. California Dreamin' Volume 2. They're coming in 10 count for 110. That's free shipping anywhere in the continental US. If you want to get a hold of them, again, just reach out to either one of us, to the Facebook page, Instagram page, and we will set you up however we need to do.
Yep. Absolutely can do that.
So very slow burn. I lit mine up at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes before you did
Hmm.
yours. I'm puffing on, I would say, just as frequently as you are.
I'm gonna see what our different blends are. So yours is all Dominican.
This is Dominican Puro.
Mine
Says it
uses
on
the
the
U.S.
band.
binder, Ecuadorian filler, Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Peruvian uh, fillers. Okay.
What we need to do is we need to get someone on just for the different. This is a whole episode we could do just on burn times on different leaves and how they burn, how they combust. Because you can't have so much of one type of leaf. Like for instance, Lajero won't burn without other ingredients to go along with it, which is why you very rarely see an all Lajero cigar, or if you do, you might have some very strong construction issues as far as the burn line itself goes, or if it will stay lit on you. There's also a difference between cigars with high nicotine level
Hmm.
because the nicotine, as you can tell, builds up that tar real fast. If you have too much moisture or oil in the cigar, you're also going to have burn issues. You obviously need some. The flavor is important to that.
Hmm.
How it burns is going to be important to that.
Yep.
What the nicotine strength is to that. But if you have too much of any good thing, you're gonna start to see problems. That's where that balance comes in. And so many guys talk about these wonderful balances they're putting into their cigars. I would love, yeah, just to get. I don't even know who. If anyone has a recommendation, who we should reach out to, just to have one, whole probably an hour long conversation we'd need.
Coach Blanco.
Probably, honestly, just about the burn, just about that part. 'Cause that's a science in itself, right there. That's a generations of knowledge that you would need just to focus on making sure the cigar burns well.
Hmm.
And that's a fascinating topic, at least to me. I think maybe a couple raise your hand out there. Maybe not actually, because I won't be able to see it. But let us know if that would be something that would interest you guys as well.
And again, for my cigar, the Maria Lucia, It has somewhat of a wavy burn line, but not being a big issue. Ash is starting off nice and white. Smoke output is phenomenal. Draw is perfect. Uh, I mean, I'm not even a full inch in yet, and I can already tell you, I'm loving this cigar right here, you guys. It is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, that cigar's
Um,
McDonald's, huh?
yeah, I'm loving it. So,
Uh, is that
describe
destroy?
the cigar using only a facial expression. Um, if I was to describe my cigar using a facial expression, it'd be this one. Little, little wink and a nod right
I
there.
got mine right there because it's pretty dang tasty. Obviously, I am a huge Dominican tobacco fan. I
Yeah.
know a lot of guys are always talking about Nicaragua and the four regions, which are absolutely amazing, and that you don't have to like one over the other to realize how both are incredible. But I'm a big Nicaragua, or I'm a big Dominican fan. Like Artista, which is one of the sponsors to the show, does
Hmm.
amazing work out of the Dominican. La Fabrica, um, so many good companies. I
Yep.
honestly, it's the list and the fact that even cigars made in Nicaragua or made in other countries will still use Dominican tobacco and
Hmm.
vice versa. It just goes to show that so many iterations and so many complex creations can be made, and the best part of it is you should use all those different tobaccos. But a Dominican puro is something that's right up my alley. It's not super spicy. I'm not getting unbelievably strength off this. It's great flavors at a very smooth level.
Hmm.
And my burn's getting a little wonky there, but I'm just starting out again. I'm probably the same distance as you, and maybe even
Hmm.
a little bit less. Um, so there's nothing wrong with that yet. The description is definitely, and for those just listening, that was a happily surprised face. I hope.
Yeah. Again, I'm digging this. I'm even digging the box press to it. The flavors are coming together very nice. Um, Another good show topic would be the top 5 places you smoked a cigar, ambiance, temperature, friends, family, and so on.
Oh, that's a good hour. Actually, you know what, Jeff? Thank you so much for that. Let's save that for the first group thing for Facebook and Patreon supporters, so other people can chime in, so we can make a good list and maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe get some pictures out there. And if people are, because some of us are in general same areas,
Yeah.
we can all benefit from that knowledge from each other. Because I love talking about the places that we've been, but I also am excited to hear about you guys have new spots that we can check out, or sometimes spots that you're like, maybe don't go there. It's not. Either way, I'm happy for the knowledge. I really do appreciate it. What are you guys drinking with your cigars? Honestly, I'm just having water today. I had a big cup of coffee, but I hadn't had any water in like the last 2 days, um, other than some mineral water. I'm like, I should have just straight water, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe once in a while. I know what's that guy's name? Tate says
Interstate, yeah.
Andrew Tate says water is bad for you or something. You should only have mineral water.
Yeah.
It makes you more of a man. But I can do both. All right. So water for me. You're having your
Well,
full.
everybody knows that coffee is the number one pairing when it comes to cigars. But a close second is energy drink. So that's what I'm having.
Yeah, I think that's one of the original drinks. I think the Monster came out in I think 18 something, 1805,
Hmm.
1809, somewhere in that period. Um, from Alberto Monster,
Right.
on the Cuban island,
Hmm.
and the natives help him grow the sugar cane for it
Yep.
and the taurine plant,
Hmm.
in order to completely make the. I can't even with this. I can't even finish that. There was another
Mineral water.
man. Oh shoot, this is good. Richard, what about Bakersfield tobacco? You know what? You're not far off. I don't remember if we grew tobacco here, but up north from us a little bit, there was a factory that did the original Baccarat runs. They had these are factory rolled cigars, so it wasn't all handmade, but they were cigars made in Kern County, or right side out Kern County, right in Fresno, I think. Maybe it was
Yeah.
Fresno County,
Yeah.
like right in that border area. So I could be right or wrong on that one. But either way, if you go to the Visalia, um, was it Visalia
See if I sell it to Larry.
or Tulare Heritage Museum,
Yeah, one
where
of the two.
they have clothes and um, records from the area and products that were made there, and one of them is boxes of Baccarat cigars.
Hmm.
I thought that was the most fascinating thing because I had no idea that
Right.
was here in California. Tobacco is an important product,
It is.
and that was important to a lot of states in the U.S. until like it's not that long ago. I would really like to learn the history on that a little bit, when the decline kind of started. I don't think it started with the rules. I actually think it started with just other crops making more money.
Hmm.
I don't think it was um a government overreach kind of thing. I think it was just, well, these make money, but this one's gonna make me more. So I understand that switch over. You got to go with what makes more money.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's what the farmers want to do. That's what they're gonna do. What are the flavors you're getting out of yours, Mike?
Right now, very sweet. It's like I don't know, like a hazelnut sweet, like creamer to coffee. Like this would be really good with coffee. If I would have been not lazy, I would have made some. But I just want to water, so I'm like, whatever, it's fine. There's no spice whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of nuttiness. That's like hazelnut. I think would be the best way to describe that
Hmm.
in the sweet. So maybe even not quite as sweet, and definitely not chocolatey like Nutella. So that's a hazelnut product, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So think of like hazelnut spread without the cocoa aspect of it. That makes sense. And a little bit of hay. It's a little bit like on the tongue, and I kind of smell it a little bit. But that's definitely a back note. The most predominant one is like a hazelnut sweet.
Now there's gonna be a difficult one, Mike, for us to answer, but we're gonna answer it because I think it's important to give people our opinion so they know what we think and where we're coming from. Um, they can agree, they can disagree. It's however you guys want to take it. So, um, we got 3 boxes this month, you guys. Luxury, Pravada, Stogie Bird. They all have their positives, they all have their negatives, and I'll go over a couple of those real quick. Um, as far as the negatives go for luxury, it was the most expensive of the 3 boxes. We also got it the latest. Uh,
Good point.
as far as negatives go for Stogie Bird and for Pravada, we actually got similar cigars. We got the same cigar, just different sizes in both the boxes. Um, as far as positives go, I like the idea of Brian's box where he curates it himself and picks out the cigars that he wants you to try. I think that's a good idea. Um, as far as Stogie Bird positives go, I like that we got a bunch of little extras and stickers I thought were phenomenal. And again, I can't say enough about how great their packaging was.
Yeah.
And positives for luxury, um, they are higher end cigars than that box that you're not going to be able to get unless you spend a lot of money. And just by buying the box, you made your money back plus more, um, with that Alfonso cigar in it. And there's a lot of people that would not have otherwise tried that Alfonso cigar without have gotten it in the package.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Real quick before I give my side of that too. Brian is smoking that La Madrina in the Corona Gorda size. Love La Madrina. One of my favorite cigars, if not my favorite cigar, from Dapper Cigars. Ian, wonderful dude.
He's known for his Cuban-esque style of blending.
Doro, his pre-embargo Cuban style of
Pre-embargo,
blending.
yes.
Please ask him about that. Every time you see him, every time you talk to him, ask him about his pre-embargo Cuban-esque style of blending,
Hmm.
and listen to the story. I don't want to give any more away than that. I'll let you do it for yourself. So definitely some good pluses and minuses in there. You definitely mentioned some good stuff. But where does that leave you sitting then? What's your gold, silver, and bronze for this particular month?
Uh, it's gonna go like this for me. Bronze medal is gonna go to Brian and uh, Pravada Club. Although it is the most price friendly, the cigars I got in it were decent. Um, second place, Stogie Bird. Again, you get some really nice cigars, get some great extras, great packaging. But for me, because I would not have smoked this Alfonso otherwise, and these cigars I've never heard of.
Yeah,
Um, that is the point of the boxes for me. Is to get stuff I've never heard of, stuff I might never have tried, and still get a good value. Even though it was the most expensive of the 3 boxes, I think the value uh, was head and shoulders above everybody else's. And for that reason, my gold medal for this month will go to Luxury Cigar Club.
you know what? I'm close to you on that, but I would go for especially because I get where you're going with. My bronze would probably go to Stogie Bird. I love the packaging, but the cigars were not better than Brian's. And honestly, it's the other stuff is cool, but I'm not looking for a sticker box.
Mhm.
I'm looking for cigar box. So I think Brian's again, like I said, the price point and what you're getting, and the fact that he put so much detail in behind him, like he'll put the video out and why he chose certain things.
Mhm.
I think that's a good silver right there. Luxury for me is probably going to be the number one this month. Again, this thing is phenomenal, and from what they usually do is something I can get more of,
Right.
and I really do appreciate that because I would definitely get more of this. And let's go. Oh gosh, there's a lot of comments. First of all, Lewis, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. I'm gonna go with Brian's first because it's the easiest to answer there. Who is the guy on the band for the Last Cowboy? That's James.
Yeah.
James has told us he is the last cowboy. I think that would make Coleman the last barbarian. I'm pretty sure he just posed for
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And then Frankie is actually Mr. Um, Candela because he got sick one time while smoking cigars and turned very green. So that was Frankie right there.
I have not smoked the Alfonso yet. I have it right here. Again, we got it through Luxury Cigar Club. I cannot wait to smoke it. Again, not huge on the size, or not big fan of the size, um, but I will power through it. I'll let you guys know what I think. Uh, yeah, no, Mark, I totally get that. I totally get where you're coming from. Wanting to support local B&Ms, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just like if you're able to do it and you're able to, get a box or two a month just to kind of try some new things that maybe you haven't heard of before. I think that's the positives of that. Of course, I know the local brick and mortars that you go to. You can ask, Trina or any of the guys in any of the shops
Yeah.
to pick you out something random that you may not have tried before, and you're going to get good recommendations there as well. So I know that you're in good hands at your local brick and mortar. That's not an issue. Um, but maybe for people who don't have a local brick and mortar nearby, they live an hour from their closest cigar shop, um, this might be a good option for them. Someone smoking a couple cigars a month.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Distance is a really important thing. Price point's a really good thing, and maybe you enjoy the online communities too. I appreciate the Pravada community and the luxury community. I don't really know if there's a group for Stogie. I think there is,
Hmm.
but I haven't really talked to them as much. But that's definitely something to look into too, because there's a lot of like groups that try to meet when they can. Like we got to do the meetup with Brian in LA, and
Hmm.
we got to do the meetup with Luxury
In
Ben
Vegas.
and yeah, and them in Vegas.
And they have the Discord stuff. They have their Zoom meetings where you can join in and smoke with other people. And again, I think that goes a long way to benefit the guys that may live too far away from a local brick and mortar or lounge um, to be able to sit down with other people and talk about cigars or just enjoy a cigar. I know there's people that sit in on the Zooms. They don't really talk. They just like to sit there and have other people interact with them
Yeah,
and
no
be able
different.
to be part of the group.
No different than being in a lounge. Sometimes that guy just is here just relaxing and listening. I love to do that.
Yeah,
I don't have
and,
to
and
talk all the
that
time.
that's again another great thing positive for these boxes that they have going on. Um, and of course, Brian has the 420 stuff coming up next month, so that'll be exciting to be a part of. I got my box waiting, so just waiting for that to start.
Very excited for that. Yep. What do you call it? Byron, how you doing? Robert, how's it going? I haven't tried the luxury cigar. Do they have options from? Yeah, absolutely. They go down from is it 30 and up.
I believe it's 29.99 for the core line,
Yeah.
and then it goes
Hmm.
up for platinum and palladium. Um, so they have about five different options you can choose from, and five different price points. Uh, Again, you'll in my opinion, especially us being here in California, Mark, uh, you'll see that you get a very good value for your dollar.
Oh heck yeah.
Again, they have this one marked at 49.99, and that's what they're paying in Arizona. So if it's $50 in Arizona, no doubt in my mind, it's going to be like $75 here in California.
You got to add on at least like probably 20%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to
Robert,
give
how
it.
you doing? Byron, how you doing?
Oh,
Andrew, how you doing?
that's a very fair assumption, honestly. And it's not even just the taxes and whatnot, but then the store still needs to make some money. They got to do what they got to do,
Yeah.
and you're not looking at crazy price gouges. It's just I know it looks bad sometimes in California or in Utah or
New
in New
York.
York. Yeah, thank you. But they're just businesses trying to survive.
Hmm.
It's the same that people were getting mad at like restaurants and the prices were going up, or the gas prices going up. Well, gas price affects everything a restaurant has to do.
Hmm.
Produce coming in, your workers coming in, customers coming in, everything. Just sometimes prices go up a little bit. You just gotta appreciate what you still got and the luxury
Yep.
that's still there, and some of the products that might be more beneficial to your wallet will still be in really good, like the Buffalo 10 or the Charter Oak or the El Burro. Those are just some couple off the top of my head. I think the Prize Fighter, some people like that. I think it's pretty good. It's not bad. There's a bunch of really good budget friendly cigars,
Hmm.
and then you have those moments where that Alfonso comes in, and you deserve that celebration. And I know a lot of you guys out there deserve that celebration. You do a lot of hard work. You got family stuff coming up, retirements, birthdays, whatever it is. You deserve a good cigar on those days. But don't steer clear of the ones that'll keep you smoking good ones on those special occasions.
Right. And don't forget, you guys, we are about a month and a week away from the Heritage Cigar Festival, December 4th in Yorba City, Florida, right by Tampa Bay.
Very
You
excited.
guys are not going to want to miss out. It's going to be a fantastic time. We have free tickets to give away. So if you can be in the area or you're going to be in the area, you live in the area, let us know. And we will find a way to get you guys some tickets.
Do this.
I hope some of you guys are able to make it out there because we cannot wait to hang out with you guys. It's going to be so much fun. It'll be our first time on the East Coast for an event. So we hope you guys come out and help support us.
Absolutely. I don't want you to take our word for it. Check it all out at the website right now. The link is in the description.
Yep.
If you don't want to wait for us to get you one, go ahead and get your ticket if you'd like, but we can definitely get you one too. Um, we will be there pretty much all weekend.
Yep.
So hopefully we can smoke some cigars with people that are there. I've been wanting to check out so many lounges and places I've been told that are awesome. And me and Tom Brady are going to hang out because he's in the area and they're not doing super good this year. So he's
I
like,
think by December, the playoffs will be here and they won't be in them.
I don't
So
think he'll have to worry about that this year.
Yeah.
I think he's gone crazy. I think he might have gone crazy, and I think he goofed and when he's getting that divorce.
he done
'Cause-
messed up.
Yeah, but you know what? He's also a warrior for it because he wants to die on that field. Like what was that Tosh joke? Let them play until they're 80, and then they get tackled, just turn to dust on the field. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's I hope he has one more good season in him, but I think he deserves to just be done.
Other than the Cathedral, I definitely would like to check out the JC Newman tour.
Yeah,
That's high on my list. Will Giselle be there?
If she's there, I don't think what's his name. I don't think Tom will be there. I think it'll be very awkward for them. But maybe they could reconcile the difference over a cigar.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't know. You never know.
But yeah, the Cathedral definitely. The JC Newman factory tour definitely. Um, Still got to kind of map out where everything is time wise. So we kind of figure out where we're able to go in the time frame that we'll be there. So we're still figuring that out, but those are two definite big ones on the list.
Richard, you joke maybe about Christmas cards, but I'm 100% trying to make that happen. I'm trying to convince somebody to do a really dumb, but really hilarious idea with me here. I think would really put a little extra, you know, angel on top of everyone's Christmas tree. I think it would make everything so much better. So I'm still gonna talk you into that, and we have to make this particular idea. I don't want to give it away because it won't be as funny if I give it away. But I'm gonna try to convince you. I'm gonna make it happen.
Anyways, yeah, guys. So if you're able to make it, you guys, please let us know because we got free tickets to give away to you guys if you guys want to come to the Cigar Heritage Festival. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to be there.
Okay, let me check this out closely. There's a restaurant I want to hit up called the Columbia. I think it's the oldest Cuban restaurant, the largest restaurant or largest Cuban restaurant in the U.S. I have not heard of that, but I would definitely like to check that out.
Yeah.
My goodness, I want to sit out there with a little cafecito.
See, that's not even something I even thought about.
The
The restaurants. Yeah. I've been so focused on the lounges trying to hit up. I didn't even think about trying the Cuban food they have out there because it's got to be phenomenal. So that's a good one, Byron. Thank you for that one. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Well, that's everyone talks about L.A. and New York, for those like melting pots, but you forget about Florida, you get about Tampa and Miami, and how many different cultures are living together, and that makes good food. All right, as much as like, oh, we should all get along. You don't have to get along as long as there's good food.
Mm-hmm.
Just be civil to each other and eat delicious food. That's all you really need.
That's all you need.
That's really it. That's why the cigar community is great because all we need is good cigars. Everyone gets along for the most part.
So
that's wonderful.
As far as Maria Lucia has been developing, you guys, more spice, more wood coming through. The coffee and the sweetness are on the back end. The wood has come forward as well, and that aged tobacco is right in the middle, kind of keeping both sides together. Um, Still a fantastic cigar. Not as reminiscent now of a Milano to me as it was at the beginning,
Start off with, yeah.
but still you can kind of get that Milano esque profile through it, minus the cocoa you get from a Milano, because I do get quite a bit of chocolate from a Milano.
But not that guy.
Right.
No worries. Okay. I would say still hazelnut and coffee, and it's cedar notes in there as well, which is very nice. Not so much hay anymore. It's definitely cedar. It's woody. No spice throughout the entire thing. It has been ridiculously smooth, ridiculously mild, to medium at most. That's at most. There's
Hmm.
not. It's got to be like the lower end of any mediums I think that you can think of out there. So if you're not worried about strength, but you want flavor, because there's plenty of flavor, it's just not going to give you that nicotine punch to the gut. So this is definitely early morning. I don't think I've eaten today. I can't remember honestly. Um, Having no problem with this whatsoever. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm just drinking straight bottled water. I haven't even needed to really drink it because it's not leaving my mouth dry, which is also a nice thing.
Hmm.
And the burn line, I did not have to correct. I think I talked about that earlier, at least one ash tap ago, which the ash is holding on very well as well. Um, Everything's been great construction wise and flavor wise.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm very happy with this cigar. Um, Next payday, I'll definitely get a hold of Luxury, see if I can get me another 5 pack of these, because I think this is phenomenal, and I think you guys should definitely try them. So we'll have to have them for a November giveaway.
That's another good thing about luxury though is the discount code,
Hmm.
because they'll run deals on stuff that's in the boxes or just good stuff in general, and then you can add a percentage on top of that.
I will say, Stillkeeper did have that similar thing with the flyer they give it out to everyone,
Oh, nice,
where they have,
nice.
hey, get a 5 pack for this discounted price, and they did have, it was 2 sided, so there was tons of cigars to choose from. There was some Sinistros on there as well, so I will give that point also to Stogie Bird for having a discount on 5 packs, um, and putting that flyer in there so that you can see what's discount, what you can get at a good price. So another point to Stogie Bird for that one as well.
Definitely not sad about that. That's a great thing. See, that's okay. That's a great reason to have their box
And
as it is.
And if you guys get multiple boxes a month, and if you guys have already gotten your boxes for this month, let us know in the comments which ones you were most happy with, which ones you're most pleased with. Maybe if one didn't really hit the mark this month, let us know. There have been a few cigar clubs that we've been asked to look into, and I did. And a lot of the cigars you're getting were Roman Julieta, 1875s or Monte Cristo White Series. It's like, nah, I don't want to spend money on that because I could just get that here. And that was like, um, their big flagship part of their box was that, and I was like, that's, to me, that's
No,
not what you should build a box off of. That's just a normal cigar that any decent cigar brick and mortar should have.
easily, yeah.
So that's not for me what I was looking for. So we ended up not ordering those. Their whole thing was, hey, we give you this many cigars a month, and you get some higher end cigars like Roman Julieta and Monte Cristo White Label. I'm like,
Mm,
no,
I could just go pick that up for myself.
yeah,
These I couldn't because I wouldn't know where to go in town. I could make some calls if I saw them online. I could look for them, but that's not the same as them showing up to your door and delivering over value of what you paid for. Because
right,
again, the Alfonso, $50 on its own. These guys are just bonuses. It's
yeah.
wonderful. Like you usually couldn't go into a shop and get that deal. Um, Sometimes they run specials, obviously, and it's like 10% off, 20% off boxes, stuff like that, which is great. But it's rare that like, oh, if you buy this Atabay, we'll also give you um these two Uniteds for free with it.
You,
It's not
you bring up a good point. I don't know, Mark. Let me know if you're still there. Let me know in the comments if you're still here, and then I'll get to the point I was going to make. Um, yeah, I don't know if you guys have not yet tried this Maria Lucia. Highly recommend picking it up. If you like the Milano, it's very Milano esque at the beginning. It dies off a little bit more towards the end. It starts becoming its own cigar, but you can still kind of taste the Milano spirit in there.
all the
So a
spirit.
fantastic job by Luciano Cigars. I think it's a home run.
I would agree that this cigar is also a home run. I would love to try that now because the way you're describing it is right up my alley. Um, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't see it being better than this guy right now because this is absolutely phenomenal. It's kind of like how we were talking about the boxes themselves. The one I have in my hand is probably the best one at the time because
Hmm.
they all had really good stuff that I'm very fond of and that I really enjoyed. It's like they're all worth their money. They're all a great value, and they all bring other value besides just cigars themselves.
Right.
So it's hard to choose. It's hard to rank. So next month it could be completely flipped to the other side. It could be a ridiculous tie, or maybe maybe you're disappointed one month. But you know what? That's just the kind of dice you're rolling when it's a month club of any kind, whether it's beer, your watch gang thing. Um,
So disappointed with Watch Gang, man. I loved Watch Gang. So
what
there's a new one though. It's called Risk Mafia. I might take a look at that next month.
about dust checking gang?
Um, but yeah, I don't know if anybody else subscribed or used to subscribe to Watch Gang. I loved it. I had it for almost an entire year, and I mean, obviously the watches that I was getting were um
But what about
worth about $100, which was decent. Um, but unfortunately, I got one where the dial was completely missing, and so I said, "Hey guys, this dial's missing. I think it's supposed to be like a bluish and red dial." And like, "Oh yeah, just send it back." And either they sent me back the exact same watch, or they sent me a watch with the exact same flaw. And I was like, "Hey guys, um, the same things happen. What do we do?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, that's all we can do." And I was like,
mm, mm,
"Okay, well, I don't mind buying an inexpensive watch. I just don't want to buy a watch that's broken."
no, I agree with that. Brian, I'll have to ask James because I don't know if it's based off of somebody or if it's supposed to be or not. But he has definitely said that it's supposed to be him. He's the last cowboy.
Hmm.
And the artist, the name is gonna escape me. I'll have to ask him. I'll ask him on both those fronts. If it's based the actual person on there is based off somebody and who did it as far as the artwork itself. There's probably all kinds of watch of the month clubs.
I've only
Timepiece
seen
Tribe.
three.
You know, um, Time Tellers United, different ones. There could be all kinds of them.
Uh huh.
You just gotta think of cool names and get watches.
Right. Right. Uh, anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for us today. Unfortunately, JJ could not join us. I guess he's busy down at Lord Puffers. Uh, but don't forget December 4th, Cigar Heritage Festival. You guys don't want to miss out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, obviously, want to thank them for being sponsors of the show and for taking us out there with them. Come December, cannot wait to get out there to the East Coast and hang out with you guys on the East Coast. Um, so stoked for it. Also, want to thank Artista Cigars, our other show sponsor, for being absolutely awesome. Uh, this one was the perfect show. Okay, Brian, awesome. Um, and then uh, want to thank you guys for being Patreon subscribers, Facebook supporters, and just for watching and sharing the show and commenting. Keep the show
100%.
going. So much help, you guys. Don't forget, this Wednesday we are picking our finalists for the Best Ash contest. So make sure you get your pictures in half hour before the show on Wednesday if you want to be considered for it. And the birthday wheel will take place as well on Friday, half hour before the show on Friday. That gets cut off. So if you have a birthday this month, make sure you get it in. This Friday will be the giveaway show. You won't want to miss it. We have some prizes for you guys. Maybe not some Maria Lucia's, but I don't know. Maybe I'll throw in the Alfonso.
Maybe.
Got to find out. Got to watch to find out, guys.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a good show, guys. We gotta talk some Halloween stuff on Friday because it is I guess we technically no, we can't do a show on Monday. We will be at a charity golf tournament on Halloween.
Yeah,
So the show might be a little either delayed or it will just be sporadic through the event itself, guys. So please bear with us on Monday at least on the 31st.
yeah.
But
It's the officers 999 officer down
we want to be there.
organization. So anytime they ask us to be a part of something, we're gonna be there, guys.
We're gonna go support.
Yeah.
And obviously, I will be watching a lot of zombie movies as I do. I would love to hear what you guys do
No,
for Halloween.
out of curiosity, do you think that George A. Romero was disappointed because none of his movies ever became mainstream?
I'm glad they gave you a broken watch now. I'm so glad they did.
That was actually not my question. That was one of the very first panels we ever went to at Texas Frightmare.
No, that was in New Jersey.
Was it in Jersey?
That was at
Saturday
Saturday
Night
Night.
Nightmares. Okay, so the first time we've ever met George A. Romero, and this guy was his biggest fan. I was also a fan, but maybe not my favorite type of horror film. Um, but so stoked to see him.
Yeah,
And this little kid, he must have been like 12 years old.
maybe. Yeah.
Gets up there and is like, "So do you feel bad your movies never made it mainstream?" And everybody's like, "They
oh,
want this kid to die." I felt so bad. I was like, "This kid is not going to get out of here safe."
good. He didn't deserve it. There's
Uh,
not every kid need. What is it? No Child Left Behind by George Bush. We could leave a couple of them behind, right? That one could get left behind.
anyways, that's to do it for us, you guys. You have a good rest of your Monday, and we will see you guys Wednesday. We'll be tearing down the best ashes to our
Oh no
favorites.
no 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 no. Chicks and Sticks.
Uh-huh.
Isn't she doing her fundraiser for Halloween costumes?
Oh, it's not her. It's Sticks and Red Lips. She was just helping her promote it.
Oh okay. Well
Is
yeah.
doing a fundraiser to help raise money for the children in the Ronald McDonald houses and in the Southern California children hospitals. So maybe Wednesday, you guys, and Friday's show, we'll maybe set up kind of a donation thing. Let's set it up for what, $250. See if we can raise $250.
That gets a lot of costumes.
Um, to send to them for that. So we'll do a little um, what do you call it? Fundraising.
Well, we'll do a little. Yeah, we'll see how we can help out, or
Yeah,
if you guys want to reach out to them directly, do so because it's a good thing to do.
yeah. So we'll try to raise $250 for them on Wednesday and Friday, you guys. So if you guys can donate, please do. If not, don't worry about it, guys. And we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Have a good one, people.